reacting to the worst hobbies. Let's lock in. Let's see what
Whatever
we
you
got.
be doing in your free time, that's really your own business. But sometimes I have to ask you, for what reason? Because some hobbies seem to be the most boring thing in the world, or so stupid or dangerous it has me questioning how it could possibly be fun.
Okay, so a few hobbies right off the top of my head that I'm assuming that are going to be in this video. Anything that has to do with cave diving or spelunking. Crazy, absolutely psychopath. You wake up in the morning and you're like, I would like to see what it's like to be buried alive.
First up, I'm gonna start with these dangerous ass hobbies. You know, something like parkour seems to be fun, right? Doing some light jumps or a couple flips here and there.
See, but there's like different levels to this, right? So like the light jumps and stuff or whatever, you want to run around your neighborhood in some loose clothing and do some flips. All more power to you, whatever. But when you start scaling like the Burj Khalifa or whatever, jumping, you know, from building to building, you're just asking to die.
Or whatever this is. But once you start doing double backflips off the Empire State Building,
See, like that.
gripping onto glass panes with the tips of your fingers, I think we've lost the plot. Because there's no way someone can find enjoyment out of doing this. You're telling me you feel good doing this.
Oh my God, bro.
If you don't feel good, we're done, sir.
Is the fact that your life isn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't think of like any reason you might die. You're willing to put it all on the line for that?
Danger what makes it more enjoyable for people? Because realistically, that's dumb as hell, bro. And that's the older adrenaline junkies out there. Because deadass, you're out here stressing me out, putting your life at risk like this. Have you ever tried playing some Roblox Squid Game? That would get your heart pumping. That's real adrenaline.
That's what I'm saying. Pick a less stressful hobby. I don't know. You're gonna die at the age of 30 from a heart attack.
Please don't kill me.
I sort of get the appeal, you know, like it would be fun to jump out of an airplane. But a huge part of that enjoyment is the fact that I know I'll live, okay? There's a nigga strapped to my back that's been doing this for years. Zesty ass profession, by the way. But some people just have to take it to the next level. Okay, what is this, bro? And the worst form of this adrenaline-seeking nonsense is cave divers.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather jump out of an airplane with someone diving down to catch me over seeing a hole this size and you're like, well, my hand fits, so I'm just going to squeeze through this. Well, why are you squeezing through it? What's on the other side? That's the best part. We don't know. And it might be nothing. What?
We've all seen the memes, and you're probably familiar with the Nutty Putty Cave incident. And if you're not, just look at this picture. I'm pretty sure you can deduce what happened here.
Dude. First of all, insane image. Second of all, so what happened? So what happens when you're cave diving a lot of the time? You may be able to squeeze your body through, and I am no expert on this at all because I'm not going to be doing it for a hobby. Okay? But like you squeeze and you start breathing, right? And your lungs are expanding and you squeeze down and it's getting tighter and tighter, and eventually it gets so tight that you can't go back up or down because you've been like squished like a bag and all the air is out of you and you can't breathe in to get any air because you're squished. So basically, this guy just got stuck and, well, died.
Insane hiding spot.
But cave divers, pretty much what they do, they go into these little ass holes purely out of love of the game because 90% of the time, these caves don't go anywhere.
No.
I might, have an inkling of understanding if maybe the entrances to these caves led to somewhere. You know, like a crazy ass light up spot.
This never lead to shit like this. It always just empty.
But no, they just like fitting in holes. Pause. These niggas will go in pairs like they care about their safety, watch their friend die to a loose rock, and then think it's a good idea to continue exploring.
Wow, guys, Giuseppe's dead. A massive boulder just landed on his head, crushing his skull, shooting his eyes. That's an eye-opening experience. On the bright...
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned...
On the bright side, I found a 3-inch hole that I could possibly fit through, so we're going to go ahead and try that.
It's one of the stupidest things you can do. Anybody that does all of this, they're probably not all there in their head. But for a hobby to be trash, it's not just something dangerous, okay? There's a lot of stuff that's just straight up lame.
Yeah.
For example, if you collect some lame-ass shit, I'll let card collecting slide because it's high-key tough. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, all the games you can actually play. But like sports cards, in my opinion, they're kind of stupid.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Like, I mean, you can make money selling.
I think all trading cards, when it comes to collecting stuff, I'm going to take trading cards off the table. All trading cards. It's fun. It's fun to try to get that one rare pick. I get it. I have Pokemon cards, right? Some things he's probably going to say, Funko Pops. Did I collect those? Yeah, a little bit, but pretty much downhill when it comes to Funko Pops these days.
Them, but like, what else you gonna use
Coins, stamps. I'm just saying, if you're going to collect something, it's a little boring.
them for? Decoration? Like, you gonna play a fantasy game with some cards? Fuck out of here. But when you get to collecting teacups, bro,
This collection represents 35 years of my life.
or you're collecting some shit like stamps,
Yeah.
Are you serious right now, bro?
You got
come on, gang.
You got nothing better.
Showers, man. Showers. And even people that be collecting some old ass books, well, I read sometimes too. Yeah, and also collecting colognes. I probably sound like a stinky ass nigga right now, but hear me out. I'm not talking about the people that just own multiple fragrances or just want to smell good. I'm talking about those gremlins with the largest cologne collections you ever see, and somehow they look like this. It gets to a point, my dude. Cologne is not saving you. Okay, let's try, the gym. Now tying this to the next one, going to the gym, that's a cool ass hobby. That'd be self-improvement. But this is just a message to all the middle-aged white women who do anything but work out. 7 sets of shit.
Don't go to the gym and just do random ass weight training or non-weight training that just doesn't work. Like this. What muscle is this working? Nothing. That's the answer.
Shenanigans and 4 reps of tomfoolery. There is infinitely better ways to get fit, bro. Okay, niggas will do anything but pick up a weight. Okay, now moving on to one of my least favorite hobbies. I don't know if you can even call it that, but whatever you want to call it. But it's podcasts. You can't.
Let me tell you all this right now. Podcast equipment is becoming way too cheap. Too many people have a podcast. Too many people think they can start a podcast. And let me tell you, the answer is no. If people aren't going to want to watch your 5-second TikTok clip about you talking, what on God's green earth makes you think they want to watch you for 4 hours rambling about a random subject? I feel like podcasts only work if you are known prior, if you have prior, not necessarily experience, but other people, they already know you. They know who you are, and they just want to hear you talk. Like, no one's going to, scroll Spotify for your random podcast. I hate to tell you.
Can't just keep giving every nigga podcast equipment. All right, let's put a license on it on some rules.
Yeah,
or something. It's dead ass becoming a problem having to hear some bullshit on IG Reels just because one guy.
And the most insane takes. These people will sit down and be like broke. They got no money. And they're like, I have an idea. I'm going to start a podcast and I'm going to tell them all of my sports bets. We're going to tell them who we're going in on. Nobody cares. You don't make any money. Why would anyone care?
I thought it was a good idea to make a podcast. Because I promise you, it's like one guy in a group of friends, and one of them has a bright idea to go,
Guys, we should start a podcast.
There is
don't
always
start a
one.
podcast if you don't have any motion, like Joe Rogan, who gets some cool-ass guests.
Hell yeah.
Or if you're not inspirational and don't have wise words to tell me.
Her booty was so juicy, I told her my penis was large, not a little one.
If you really don't have anything to bring to
What
the
the
table,
f- is
you know,
that?
maybe that podcast is not such a good idea because it's going to end up sounding like this.
Put syrup or butter on the pancakes.
Syrup.
Both?
I don't really like.
See? Nobody gives a shit. That's the problem.
Butter.
Both. Butter is good with the chocolate chips, but regular, I'd go syrup.
Okay, now
I'm not going to hate on anybody. Okay? If you're having fun with your friends and that's just what you do, go for it. You're having fun.
let's think about it.
I
Are
guess.
podcasts really the meta anymore?
No.
If a podcast as successful as Talk Tour can fall off, and now Hawk Tour goes off the grid,
True.
how can you say that podcast is still up? That has to tell you something. Okay, jokes aside, why is it the most brainless people that be making podcasts? If I want to hear somebody yap for an hour, at least be like funny or something, or be insightful or have some knowledge on what you're talking about. We all don't need to comment on shit, okay? I think Tyler said it best. If I was president, the first thing I'd do is take podcast mics away from niggas. Especially like all these red pill podcasts where they swear they're onto something, but they're really not.
That's the other thing. Every podcast always thinks they're on to like the next big thing or like they've cracked the code. They never cracked the code. They're just saying some random stuff that another person has already said and they think they're adding to it or they're like enlightening.
And they're just talking about some bullshit. For an example, let's analyze this clip real quick.
So I measure time. I've compressed and condensed time. I've bent it.
Okay, then let's see how he's done that.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy.
I mean, 6-hour day, that's not really a day now, is it?
My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 20.
What you've done is nothing. You haven't manipulated time. 21 days in a week. I think you're just crazy.
21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt.
Okay, so pretty much all this guy has done is call 6-hour periods a day.
Yeah.
You stupid.
Well, with that logic, my day's every hour. So I have like 100 days a week. Yeah, whose butt's being kicked now? And this next one is probably the most despicable hobby out. And it's being online. You know, I'm not really one to talk because my screen time doesn't really look the greatest. But I'm nothing like you. Yeah, this one goes out to the chronically online people, you know, the keyboard warriors, the full-time Discord mods, and the, you know, stereotypical Redditors. Maybe it's just a handful of y'all giving bad examples, but too many want to diddle kids.
You look like you should be.
You know what, though? He's got a point. Why is it they're all normal, and then all of a sudden, I wouldn't say normal, I guess. They've always been kind of weird. But, like, they're on YouTube, Minecraft YouTuber. I hit 1 million followers. What's your next thing? I'm going to go touch some kids. It's like, you what? Worked years to get 1 million followers and that's your next move? Like, what?
Does it matter?
This is just an astute observation of
yes,
mine.
it
I know it
does
doesn't apply to everyone in the category, okay? The ones I'm talking about, they all sort of have a certain look to them. You know, a fedora is a dead giveaway, and a neckbeard will get you on the right track. And the reason why being online is such a shit hobby is because 90% of the time it's just pure unproductivity. Like, ain't shit getting done when you're online, I promise you. It's just pure doom scrolling, frying your brain till it looks like a raisin. We can just look at other hobbies that are objectively good, like sports. While you're doing it, you're getting fit, or reading, you're increasing your brain power, all while having entertainment at the same time. But fucking IG Reels, bro. Yeah, it's pure entertainment.
I can't say anything though. I mean, my ass is sitting there. My screen time is, you know, through the roof. I'll be scrolling, be at the gym scrolling, eating, watching. Listen. When you're eating, you have a fresh meal in front of you. You sit your phone up, crack open YouTube, and find a fresh vid from your favorite YouTuber just chilling there. Greatest meal of your life.
Entertainment, but you can't tell me this shit is not damaging to the youth.
I'm raising all over the place, going on your face, handing out packets.
But I'm really one to talk now that
Bars.
I keep it. Just look at my videos, bro. It's really just the worst elements of the internet combined into an 8-minute video. Just
That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here reacting to other people's content. So I don't really have much room to talk.
so I can get mid-roll ads. But anywho, we're just gonna ignore everything I just said and move on to our next hobby. Okay, for the last one, I have a real fear in my heart for the people that do this, bro. And it's taxidermy. If you don't know what taxidermy is, it's where you take a dead animal carcass and then stuff it to make it look like it's still alive for
The question, who does this? Have y'all ever met anyone in real life that's their hobby? I feel like no, because if that is your hobby, you're either doing it as a profession or you are a serial killer and you've already graduated to killing people and or arrested.
display. Yup, that's the real description. Can somebody please explain to me where the enjoyment in this is? Like, what is this freak ass hobby, bro? I cannot trust a single nigga that is doing
It
this.
is a little
You know, like, doing
freaky.
it to deer heads is one thing. Still weird as fuck, though. You're pushing it. But when
Yeah, but like as someone who grew up down here in the South, I don't hunt. But my God, the amount of money those taxidermy like mounting people have, they mount ducks and fish and deer. Money. You're good at it? Money. Constantly rolling in it.
start combining animals that aren't related at all to create monstrosities. Yeah, you are a lost soul, bro. Stay away from me. How do you even go about finding out that this is something you're passionate about? Oh yeah, and gooning.
Okay, gooning obviously, but you know he has a point. How do you eventually figure out that what you want to do as a hobby is taxidermy animals? Like you take dead things and make them look alive. How is that just a hobby you stumble across? Like it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. Enough of that.
It's a fire outro. Yeah, no. Tell me what y'all's hobbies are in the comment section below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.